Welcome to a new episode of IB Reality Check. Today we will discuss MEB, IB, and AP. This episode is going to be controversial.
That's right. But everyone, don't forget, these are our personal thoughts on these subjects. And at the end of the day, it is your decision that matters. So in ACI, IB is a very popular program that most students take. And although our school doesn't offer AP, it is also a very popular program. But what are these programs?
So IB and MEB are quite different programs. MEB is a rather more direct curriculum that requires you to know and remember the knowledge. It also involves a lot of practice by solving thousands of questions to see different question types. It basically requires an active effort to stand out.
While IB is more meticulous program with focus on critical thinking, extensive research, and in-depth understanding of the subject. Especially in IB, the assignments and the exams are very different in which you need to know how to use the knowledge that you learn in the lesson. For example, math, sciences like physics and chemistry, they give you a booklet of all the formulas you might use in the exam, and they expect you to know where and when to use those formulas and informations.
Exactly. Overall, in MEP program, you need to know the information, but in AB, you need to utilize the information. However, the difficulty of these programs depends on the student's learning style and goals.
Now let's talk about the AP program. It stands for Advanced Placement Test, and it's great from 1 to 5, from one test that is taken at the end of the year. AP is not a holistic program, meaning you can choose whatever subjects you want to take and you can mix and match. If you want the flexibility and to be able to discover through the subjects and find more variety in the subjects, AP can be a better option.
However, you should keep in mind that the requirements of your preferred university, since especially in Europe, IB is a rather more recognized institution. Even if you cannot use IB for applications, it is easier to take the subjects off as credit in the university, and by themselves, both IB and AP are accomplishable through self-study if you study methodologically. Though you can determine throughout IB if you want to take private lessons, which some people may prefer.
Exactly. But let us warn you, taking AP with IB together will be a very intimidating challenge. Alone by itself, IB is not an easy path, especially for us since we have been used to our education system that consists of multiple choice tests. And in IB, you have many projects to finish. Also, our school doesn't offer AP, so you will need to go somewhere else for the lessons, and they will have their own workload like essays, tests, homework, etc., etc.
Also, a side note, generally the curriculum for AP and IB are similar, though since IB is a 2-year program, it is more detailed and you can take AP classes for a year. The significant difference between those programs is that you are able to take the AP exams even if you didn't take the classes. However, you won't be able to take IB exams if you don't attend the class.
For those of who are in Izmir, Atatürk High School offers different AP programs, but you have to be eligible to attend the classes. First, you have to take a test, and your English proficiency might be helpful throughout your journey. The IB program is offered by our school, but your English and general grades are important for you to get in these classes. If you want to apply for international schools, AP and IB can be helpful. I took biology AP in 10th grade, and it made my life so much easier.
Let's now talk about MEP. It's our government's national program, and at the end, you enter an exam that we all know and love, YKS. And also, considering you're in a race with millions of people, it can be very tiring.
Yes, and if your expectations are to go to a good Turkish university like ODTÜ, Hacettepe, Boğaziçi, Koç, and such, it will make more sense to choose the MEP program since the IB and MEP program aren't very similar curriculum-wise. A very basic example is that if you were to choose the science path in IB, you can choose up to 2 sciences, which means you will have to study the other one yourself. And on top of that, IB workload is rather very much time consuming. So if your plans do not involve any university that especially wants IB, not taking it and decreasing your workload to focus on the other can be a very wise move.
Of course, so choose wisely.
Thank you guys for tuning in for this episode of IB Reality Check.
As always, keep it real, keep it IB.